Hey guys, how's it going? Today I am in the front yard. Remember when I got all of those free hostas from my girlfriend? I had Scott till up 2 little patches by the front porch, and I thought that I would put those hostas up here and make like a tiny little garden. I haven't really done anything with the front of the house. Since we moved in, we were really concentrating on the back. So this garden here, I would like to kind of tie in, put the hostas up here, and then in between we have some different porch posts we're gonna put in, and there will be a gate right there. So I thought there would be a break in the little garden, and then we would move it over here, start it back up, swing it around, and then it will tie in to the driveway garden. So to keep these hostas alive, I kept them in a bucket filled with water. So now I'm going to trim them down and we'll plant them. What I'm going to do is pull them out. Well, let's dump the water off a little bit. I am just going to pull them out, take my clippers, and I'm just going to clip them, I don't know, about 3 inches up. And then this is what I will plant in the ground. I want the root system to work on building the roots instead of working on building the plant itself, like the leaf. So all I'm going to do is go through, clip all of these dead ones off. They're going kind of dormant right now anyways because it's so late in the season. So I will just clean them up and plant like the root ball itself, and then it will give it the energy to put back into the roots instead of making new leaves. So I'm going to go through and clip these all off and clean them up, and then we will place them in the garden. The hostas are all cleaned up and I placed them in the beds. I put them in the middle of the beds because I thought I could, in the summer, I could plant something behind them and then maybe something in front of them to make it look like a flower bed instead of just like a hosta bed. So we are going to throw them in the ground. Hostas are so hardy and so resilient that cutting the leaves off and just planting the root is not going to hurt them at all. Like, you know, this time of the year they go dormant, so I'm just moving that process along for them. You know, they've already been dug up and replanted, so I want it to have the best transition it can. So cutting off the leaves like that is not going to hurt it at all, and then it will help the plant just regrow. So we're gonna get them all in the ground and get them planted, and then cover them with some mulch. Why I placed them in the middle like that is, like I said, I want to put stuff in the back and then plant something in the front. And I thought it could be like annuals instead of perennials, because annuals, like, there's so many different colorful annuals out there on the market today now that I thought it would just add a nice pop of color. Like, I could put maybe an ornamental grass in the back and then maybe do some like impatiens or something in the front of them just to give it like a little pop, and then they'll be, you know, in the middle. So I thought that was, you know, and I can experiment with it, and if I don't like the annuals, I can always put something in here that's a little bit more permanent. That would be okay. But I think for the first year I'll do annuals in here. That was quick work. I got all of the hosta roots into the ground. I counted 17 hostas, and there probably could be more because I have like larger clumps like that, and that clump is probably 3 or 4 or 5 hostas in one big clump. So there you go. Not a bad little garden for some free hostas. I am not going to water those hostas because the root ball was sitting in water for a long time. So I think what I'm going to do is just give them a couple of days and let that root ball dry out a little bit, and then I will throw some water on them probably in a day or two and give them a good drink, and then throw the mulch on them at that time. So I'm just going to kind of leave them in the ground right now how they are. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and planting up my free hostas in the cute little garden that Scott made me in the front of the house. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.